Every time. Sound off. Come on. Okay. Alrighty. Hi, Nicole. Can you hear me okay? Oops. Oh, cool. I didn't even know I could do that. Oop. Oh, good. I'm just putting up 2 polls. Can you guys hear me okay? Hi, Kim. Just let me know if you can hear me okay. I know I'm probably a little bit ahead of you. Sound is good. Perfect. No high-pitched sound. I have no idea what that was. And it was really weird because when I watched back in the video, when I clapped my hands, the sound went away. It's so bizarre. Okay, where are we here? So I think we only have 1 new person that has joined the Tuesday group. So hopefully Ophelia will join us, but she is in Australia, so we will see. Nicole. I myself am going to be doing vinyl connectors. I did it on the demo bag and in the tutorial, so I'm going to do it again. I bought metal connectors, but then I just decided I wanted to do vinyl. Did everybody get a chance to watch the tutorial that I just posted for the Daryl's Drive? just going to check. You watched? What did you think, Dawn? It's so cute. So cute. This is what the part that got me. Like, this is just amazing because you can't even tell it's there. So it's really kind of cool, that hidden pocket. And that's what the vinyl connectors look like. We're a little bit early. This bag should actually be pretty fast to cut out. Am I going to need more vinyl? Bring it back. Yeah, I left it over there. Vinyl. There we go. I should be prepared now. You love it? Are you going to make one, Dawn? Hi, Lexi. So I just posted a poll there. So everybody that's going to be making one of these, if you could just let me, or put in the poll there, what kind of connectors you're going to be doing with your Daryl's Drive. I am doing mine all vinyl, yes. Mine will be just like this one. This one was all vinyl, except for I'm using Beatles vinyl. This is vinyl I got from Fangirl Fabrics. But if you're on a domestic, I don't recommend doing this part in vinyl. Because right in these corners, you can see, look how thick these are. I mean, you don't sew right to them, but it would break a needle for sure with vinyl. But it was actually a fairly quick sew. Hello, Ophelia. You were able to join us. How are you in Australia? What time is it there? Uh-oh, Kim. Try restarting, even though you can't hear me saying that. So, Ophelia, I have just posted a poll at the top of the chat there. If you haven't done it already, just to let me know if you're doing metal connectors or vinyl connectors. Ophelia is our newbie in the class. We're so happy to have you, Ophelia. Welcome. Am I saying your name right? Is it Ophelia? Oh, getting ready for work. So what time is it there? I'm curious how many hours you are ahead of us. I think we discussed it before, but I can't remember. But you'll be able to catch the replays, Ophelia. If you go to my main channel, you will see a membership tab there, and it'll have the links to everything. Plus, you'll also be able to see the membership videos. There's a separate playlist for membership. You got sound now? Good. Good, good. Oh no, Ophelia. Well, I'm so glad that you popped in anyways, and we're so happy to have you. Kim, it's just your Bluetooth's still mad from last week, that high-pitched sound that was happening with the microphone. Whoops, I didn't realize how early I came on. Oh well. Kim, I am doing all vinyl, but I wouldn't recommend all vinyl if you're on a domestic. Anybody on a domestic, it does get really thick. If I was on my domestic, I would do the bottom in vinyl and this top in vinyl, but these main panels in the sides, I would do in fabric. That would be my recommendation. That's actually how the pattern is written when Chris wrote the pattern. Having issues today. Well, Kim, it's kind of like a Monday with yesterday being a stat, so. And Ophelia, if you come back and watch the replay and you have any questions, you know, you can always message me on Facebook or shoot me an email or whatever. I do have my Take 3 fabrics chosen, Dawn. I actually posted them in the Facebook group. I haven't made the class one yet. That is my plan tomorrow. I've been so busy. Busy. Canceled my camping trip for this weekend. I just have too much to do, so we're going to go at the end of the month now. Getting the bag of the month tutorials, those two, and having to slip them into the schedule. Definitely had to slip them in where I had no time, but I'm glad I did. Oh, Kim, you're tired. You work so hard, my friend. How is your elbow doing? Are you doing better now? Oh, you can hear me now? Perfect, Ophelia. Am I saying your name correctly, Ophelia? I would go get them, Dawn, but they're at the other end of the room. I'm too lazy to go over there again. Perfect. I'm glad to hear, Kim. You recovered from that surgery quite quickly. I'm impressed. Just going to let my family know that I am in class, so I don't see the screen for one moment here. Nope, not that one. If I don't answer when my mom messages, she gets worried, so I gotta always let her know when I'm in class. Okay, so for those of us, or those of you who just joined us, I have a poll at the top of this chat just asking what kind of connectors you're going to be doing for your Daryl's drive. If you could just choose there, that would be great. So far it looks like we're 50-50. Oh, that's good, Kim. I'm glad it's feeling better. Perfect. So we'll just give it, well, it's just 4 o'clock now, so we'll give it 5 or 10 minutes to try to get a few more people in. I'm saying right? Nice. I was going to say, isn't that like straight out of Shakespeare or something, the name Ophelia, isn't it? I think it's super pretty. I was named after my mom's favorite soap opera star. Her name was Brandy Alexander on The Edge of Night. Now, I didn't get the Alexander name. I just got the Brandy part. But, yeah. Mind you, my son Brady was named after Brady Black on Days of Our Lives. So I'm really not much better. You like my choices, Dawn? Awesome. Yeah, so I have to make the take 3. I have 1 day to get the take 3 done, 1.5 days, I guess, because I have to get that tutorial ready for all of you for Thursday's class. So that'll be my day tomorrow. And then I have, after that, I still have three more tutorials I have to get done by next Thursday. Like, it's just crazy. I'm glad we're staying home this weekend because I was just stressing way too much about when I was going to find time to make these deadlines. So, see a couple other people popping in there. Let me know who's there. Your name for soap opera too? Which soap opera, Nicole? Oh, Hamlet? Oh, I guess that's right. Hamlet. Do you know what? I'm just going to send this link because Danelda sometimes has a hard time finding this. So I am going to, actually, first I'll make sure she's... Oh, never mind. She's not in this class, so that's okay. Oh, you were named from Edge of Night, Nicole? I'll have to ask my mom if Brandy and Nicole from Edge of Night were friends. Hi, Wanda. How are you? Wanda, I have a poll at the top of the chat. Just curious what kind of connectors everybody's going to be using. This is going to be a really quick cutout. I want to talk about fabric choices a little bit in the beginning before we start cutting. So we're going to give it a few minutes. I always like the first class because it's always so relaxed and non-rushed. Dawn, that's funny. Edge of Night. That is hilarious. Too funny. I am totally going to ask my mom later if Nicole and Brandy on Edge of Night were friends. We just twins it too much, my friend. Oh my gosh, Don, how big is your family? How many brothers and sisters do you have? 6? It's just me and my brother. That's it. No, Diane usually pops on about 5 after or so, so we're just going to give it a few. It's only like 4 minutes after 4. I think my autofocus is behaving. Look, I've sort of cleaned my floor. Not really, just a little bit. Oh no, Ophelia, not good. Good thing you tested it then. Can you imagine if you had started sewing and it started doing that? Oh my goodness. There's plenty of time. I said we're cutting today and then next week we'll do the exterior. Okay, I'm organized as ever, hey? Picking out your fabrics and finding the pattern. Yeah, we'll officially jump in probably about 10 after or a quarter after. We'll just wait and see if we get a few more in. Normally we have more than this in. Usually we have, well, we have 22 Tuesday members, and usually first class we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Normally have 13 that 13 they'd attend the first class, so we will wait and give them a moment to join in. I know many are just getting off work or finishing dinner, depending where you are in the world. So I'm Pacific Standard Time, so it's only 4 p.m. on Tuesday here for me. Oh, Ophelia, I'll be sort of in your neck of the woods in December. I'm going to Bali with my sister-in-law for 3 weeks in December. Super excited. Never been off this continent, never been anywhere tropical, so it's going to be an adventure. My sister-in-law, it's my brother's wife, she was actually born in Indonesia, so she doesn't want to travel alone, and my brother just started a new job, so he can't go, so I'm going to go with her. And I took my brother's ticket, so it's a free flight for me, and we're going to stay with her family, and I'm going to get to meet her family, which is really amazing. So we got so far 60% people using metal connectors, 40% using vinyl. I will be showing in this class how to do the vinyl connectors. So you will learn, but you'll just be able to sit back and watch there. Okay, perfect, John. That would be amazing. Thank you. Remember not to post the link, though, because only members, we only want to give that to the members. Just say for Tuesday members to check the membership feed for the link. I have the sunshine coming in my window just ever so lightly right there. Can you guys tell my room is brighter? I have 3 more lights in here, so. Oh, 1 second. I have Annie here. Oh dear, okay. Just got to send Annie the link. 1 second, I can't see you for a moment. There we go. Cool. Kim at 7 there. I've never been anywhere, Ophelia. I do eventually want to go to Australia. If you guys hear that alarm go off, I don't know if many of you know, I am diabetic, and my doctor has put me on a continuous glucose monitor, and I just had an apple, which has put my blood sugar over a 10. So an alarm is going to go off until that comes down, because it's just it's yelling at me a little bit. So if you hear that alarm that just went off, it's no need to worry. It's just making me aware at what my blood sugar levels are at. When it's low, that's when I have to worry. When it's where it is right now, a little bit higher, it's not really a big deal. Hi, Diane. No worries. How are you? I have just posted a poll at the top of the chat. If you don't mind doing the poll, I'm trying to see who's doing metal and who is doing vinyl connectors. So Diane, we have welcomed our newest member, Ophelia. She is from Australia. So it looks like I only have 5 votes and 8 people besides myself here. So if everybody, do I have the pokey thing in my arm? I'll show you. Sort of. It's kind of ugly. Look at. So I have this funky thing to hold it on. It's called a Dexcom. So it is stuck in my arm there, and it just kind of does my continuous glucose. Oh, Ophelia, you're coming to Canada. What part of Canada were you coming to before the COVID canceled your plans? So just give it 5 more minutes. Hi, Marcianne. Welcome back, Marcianne. Hope you are enjoying your new 1341. I know you've been making friends with it. Welcome back. We're glad that you're back to join us. So Marcianne is a returning member. She took a couple months off as she got to know her new 1341. She got a Titan 1341 like mine, and now she's back to join us. Again, for everybody just joining us, I have a poll at the top of the chat. If you wouldn't mind just answering it, whether you're going to be using metal connectors or vinyl connectors on your Daryl's drive. Three, four, five, six. Who am I missing? Diane. We're so glad that you are back, Marcianne. Did you get everything sorted out with Rodney with your 1341? Oh, no, they aren't permanent, Don. My dad has actually the, I think that's called the Freestyle Libra, something like that. This one is a little bit more. I don't have to, I tend to drop super low, which is dangerous. So my doctor wants me to wear one of these for 3 months just so we can see what we're doing. I may be over medicated. I may be managing it fine with just diet. I'm not insulin diabetic. I'm type 2 diabetic. I had gestational diabetes when I was pregnant and a strong genetic disposition to them. The majority of my family was. But when you end up having gestational diabetes, within 20 years, you end up being diabetic. So that's what has happened to me. I just was diagnosed in 2019, I think. Oh yeah, Ophelia, Linda doesn't live too far from me. So Vancouver is 3 hours from me. I'm in Kamloops. Linda, I believe, is in the Okanagan, which is maybe 3 hours from me. I do her tutorials too. But yes, so if you hear that alarm go off, don't worry about it. It is just my monitor telling me that I was above a 10. I'm like a 10.2. And it's only because I had an apple just before this. But apples are good for me. It'll start coming down soon. So it's okay. Now, if the other alarm goes off and I'm like a 3, then we have a problem. You can all call Dave. Has everybody done the poll? See, there it goes again. That's what that sound is. It's all good. I have to leave it on. All right. So give it 2 more minutes and then we will get started. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that the majority of you are going to be doing metal connectors. I am going to show the vinyl connectors in here. Metal connectors go on pretty easy as well. So I'm going to end this poll and I'm going to do one more. Just let me type it in. Can't type and talk at the same time. I can. Oh, fine. There we go. Okay, one more poll. And then once that poll is done, then we will get going. And I'll give you a tour of this bag. I'm super excited for this one. I am so happy that Chris of Chris W Designs contacted me in August to see if I would do her tutorials. I said the Daryl's Drive I have had in my pattern collection for 4 years and I hadn't done it yet. So this is my second tutorial I've done for her. The first one was the Pick a Pocket for Wallet Week, which I hope you all enjoyed. And now the Daryl's Drive, so it's going to be great. Yes, Donna, I'm looking after it. I'm a control freak, so I have to. I knew I would be getting it eventually. I didn't want it, but hey, can't fight genetics. Don, you're slow. That's okay. Okay, so far 6 votes in. So I've got one person in there that I don't have accounted for. So far I have, if I've missed your name, please let me know. I have Marcianne, Nicole, Wanda, Ophelia, Lexi, Diane, and Kim and Dawn. Oh, I forgot to check Dawn off. Never mind. I think I have everybody. 3, 4, 5, 6. I have everybody that's in there. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 2 more people that need to vote there. Of the 8 that are here, even if you're not sewing with us right now, which would you use? All vinyl, all cotton, a mixture of vinyl and cottons. Well, Dawn, you are supposed to be here, so you can answer it. I know you're going to be making it. You are my admin, so you have more than enough right to be here. You are supposed to be here. I have you on my list. You don't see it? It's at the very top, Wanda. Oh, cork and vinyl. I never thought of that. I'd say that's an all vinyl version then I'd put down there. And Kim, you have an industrial, correct? I wrote it all down. Do you think I can find that list of everybody's machines? Ophelia, what kind of machine are you on? Are you on a domestic or an industrial? Wanda's doing a mix, okay. Okay, I'll end the poll. I get a good... So I'm actually relieved that many of you are doing a mixture. Again, I am doing the all vinyl, but it does get super thick in some areas. So let's talk about fabrics for a moment. So this is the one I did in the tutorial. The only things I did different was I didn't do the turn lock. I figured it stayed closed good enough with the magnetic snaps, and this is just where I envisioned having my nameplate. So, but I will show you when, oh my goodness, that's going to scare me every time. Oh, you're only seeing the connector question. Yeah, that one has ended now, so. Hi, Frankie. No, we're just talking fabrics and stuff, and then we're going to get started. Oh, you watched the Lola last night, Ophelia? That is hilarious. Frankie, we have a new member, Ophelia, and Marcianne is rejoining us. So welcome to everybody returning and new. Frankie, will you be doing metal connectors or vinyl connectors? And Ophelia, you will love the Lola. That's right, Kim. I knew that you had a Juki like Lauren's. Okay, so talking fabrics again, I did mine in all vinyl. Again, if you are on a domestic machine, I would not recommend doing it in all vinyl, mainly because, and I'm going to explain it before we get into it. Okay, Frankie, you're doing metal, and Frankie, are you doing all vinyl or a mixture of cotton vinyls or all cottons? But it's because of these. Can you see how thick these seams are? Like that is the seams coming together right here. Like it is rock hard. Oh, Ophelia, so you're all set like me. You have an industrial and a free arm, so that's perfect. So yes, if I were to have done this one, which is all vinyl, on my Juki 2010Q, I am positive right in here I would have been breaking needles. On my industrial machine, not a problem at all. So if you're on an industrial, all vinyl should be good. You may be okay on your domestic. Just know the limitations of your domestic machine. But if you're on a domestic, I would recommend the front and back panels being cottons. And then if you wanted to put on the vinyls, having the bottom as a vinyl and these as a vinyl and doing cotton on the sides. So, but of course I'm doing all vinyl. So yes. And then I did a cotton lining as well. It's an awesome bag. So, and these are the vinyl connectors as well. So yes, so I won't be doing the turn lock because I forgot to order turn locks too. So it doesn't necessarily need it. It's up to you. It's kind of like how when we did the Astor bag, some of us did with turn locks and some of us just did the magnetic snaps. It works. Okay? Are we ready to get started? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Scooch this over here. And I gotta find my pattern instructions. Where the heck did my pattern instructions go? I just had them and now I've lost them. I may have to look on my phone. Seriously. Oh, they're right here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put us down to table view. How is this view for everybody? Is this good? Doesn't look like we have any autofocus issues. Is it bright enough? Are we good? So we are going to be working with page 5 of the pattern. You can't see it. I know it's too bright on here. And as I go through, I once again will be checking off my pieces with my air erase pen. So then they are all gone by the time we go to do this again. Wanda, you're not doing a turn lock either? Okay. So what we're going to start with first is what I love about this pattern is really these are the only 3 pattern pieces we had to cut out. So what we are going to do first, I want to cut the fleece and the deckable heavy first just to get them out of the way. The woven interfacing on the cotton pieces is going to be homework because we all know how to do that already. Ophelia's going to change the vinyl connectors. Excellent. All right, so let's pull out our fleece first. So just so we can get this piece out of the way. And I am once again, oh, look at all this mess. I like to cheat and cut both of mine at the same time. So I'm going to fold this in half like so. I know it's so bright. I wonder if I should turn this light off. Oh, is that better? It's a little darker, but I think we can see better, can't we? Is that better for lighting? Let me know, let me know. Oops, I can let you see my face too. Do we want light on or light off? You guys tell me which is better for you. I'm thinking the light off is better. Oh, shush. Believe it or not, it is coming down. Okay, I think the light off is better. All right, so I have folded my fleece up like so, and I'm going to fold it over about the same width as this, because I'm going to cut them both at the same time. So I've got a fold and a fold. 1 second, yes? Oh my God, my kid just threw cheese at me because he can hear my alarm going off. Little does he know it's not a low ring, it's a high ring, but that's funny. Light off, perfect. I have 3 new lights in here, which seems to make the room a lot brighter, which is awesome. So I'm going to take where the fold is and put it against that double fold. And I'm going to go ahead and cut both of my fleece pieces at the same time. So cut it however you like to cut things. I actually remembered to change my blade, so this is amazing. And then for these corners, where are my scissors? I like to go in with scissors when I'm doing these pleats here. Or pleats. Are these pleats? No, darts. So there we go. So another part of homework, once we cut out our side gussets, you will be fusing these outside of the seam allowances onto your gusset pieces. Okay? So we can put that aside. That is done, and that is all you need the fleece for. I'm going to put that in my bucket, move my fleece out of the way, and grab my deckable heavy. So I'm going to check off here. Items, infusible interfacing. There we go. I am going to check off that off my list so I know it is done. And next, I'm just doing the things we only have the odd thing to cut out of. So side gusset pieces, fleece is done. And now we're going to do our Peltex or our deckable heavy pieces. So we want to cut, let me grab my, so I'm going to use my 12 by 6 ruler here. And we want to cut our bottom stabilizer, which is going to be 10 5/8 by 4 1/8. So I'm just going to use, I'm going to have to trim it up a little bit. And 4 1/8. I'm just going to use my ruler to cut this. This is for my base stabilizer. Again, homework for this will be to fuse this to the bottom of our base piece once we have it cut. 10 5/8 by 4 1/8. And straighten that out. Oops, that's not very straight. I'm such a lazy cutter, I admit it. And then that is our base piece done as well. So that's just two things I can stick out of my way, and then we can move on to the funner stuff. So we have our side gusset feet. Oh no, we're going to need that back, sorry. So that's our base stabilizer. Now we need to cut our top stabilizer. So let me bring that back. So what the top stabilizer is what we have in these top bands to make it nice and stiff, to give us that really awesome top band. So we need to cut 2 top bands, 11 by 2. So I'm actually going to go ahead, I'm going to cut it down this side, try to use as much as this. I'm going to cut 11 by 4 and then cut that in half. So 11 by 4, using my ruler again. Now I can put that out of the way. And then cut this into 2 pieces. There you go. Fast and easy. So that's all of our deckable heavy and our fleece. We're not going to be cutting any foam right now because we will be doing the foam once we have the main panels, the 2 main panels and the bottom connected. So that'll be done next class. Okay, next we are going to do our sides. I'm going to cut my sides. I'm doing it in vinyl. My top bands and my handles. We're working on the black parts here. Oopsies. So I'll start with my handles. And I believe I did my handles, I'm doing 1-inch handles because I carry pretty much 1-inch hardware. So I'm going to be cutting my handles approximately, I'm doing mine 28 inches by 4 inches. If you were doing 3/4 inch handles like the pattern, you would be cutting your pieces 1.5 inches wide rather than 4 inches wide. So if you're doing 1 inch like me, you're going to cut whatever length handle you want by 4 inches. And if you are doing the 3/4 inch handles as per the pattern, you will be cutting 1.5 inches. So that is Sarah from So Crafty. She just saw the tutorial I did for her and she's giving me some pretty good compliments there. So, okay. Of course, my piece isn't that even. So I got my 24-inch ruler here. And so that's 24 inches there. But I want to do 28 inches for mine. If there's any questions, please do stop me. So 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And I'm going to have to square this off. So that's 1. And everybody new here, I always trace my pattern pieces on my vinyl, mainly because if I start drawing them out and then I find out that I have to readjust because I don't have enough vinyl for the pieces, it's easy just to go and place them separately before cutting out, rather than cutting it and then cursing yourself that you don't have enough because of the placement of how you cut them. Okay, so that's one handle there. While I'm here, I'm going to go in and put my halfway mark. So if you're doing a 1-inch handle like me, you'll do halfway dashed line at 2 inches. If you're doing the 3/4 inch, you will do a 1.5 center. So sorry, I think I might have said 1.5. I am a speed demon. Sorry, I'll slow down. So if you're doing 3/4 inch, you're going to cut 3 inches. If you're doing 1 inch, you're going to cut 4 inches. Does that make sense? I think when I started talking about it, I said 1.5 inches for the 3/4 inch one, but no, you want to do 3 inches for the double fold. Okay, so go ahead and draw your other one, whether you're doing 3 inches by whatever length you want your handles or 4 inches by whatever length you want your handles. And please, when I say wrong measurements, please do correct me, because sometimes in my head I'm saying one thing and I say another. So bye, Ophelia. Let me know if you need any help. You know how to get a hold of me. Okay. So everybody, let me know when you're there if you have any questions about the measurements of the straps. I apologize if I said 1.5 inches instead of 3. So I'll give everybody a second there to catch up, a couple minutes. I did my handles at 28 inches. The pattern calls for like 23 5/8 of an inch. No, that might have been wrong. 4 straps. Okay, in the pattern they actually do double-sided straps, but I'm not doing that. This is easier. So I'm doing 28 inches and I'm using 1-inch hardware, so that I made them 4 inches wide by 28 inches. I find that is the perfect shoulder bag length for the handles. And again, if you were using 3/4 inch hardware, you would cut these 3 inches by 28 inches or whatever length you want your handles to be. So give everybody a couple minutes to get there. Let me know when you're done. And I'm now below a 10, so I'm good blood sugar wise now. The alarm should stop going off. I'm going to go ahead and check that off here. Straps are done. So Sarah, who is the designer of the Curiosity bag that I just posted, she's really happy with her tutorial, so that makes me super happy. Give everybody another minute or so, and then we'll move on to the top bands. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to draw our top bands. So the top bands are 12¼ inch by 3 inches. So I'm using my 12-inch ruler here. What did it say? By 3 inches? Yes. So this is, I'm going to have to go 1/4 inch longer than what my ruler is here. So the way I do that is I mark that that is the 12, and then I just put it at the 1/4 inch mark just a little bit further, like so. And then I write top band, so I remember what this is, and then I'm going to do the same thing again. So we are going to have to draw out 4 of these in all. So go ahead and draw 4, oops, top bands. I forgot to add my 1/4 inch on the other side. Let's do that now. I can hear my kid talking upstairs. So top band. Can I put another one this way? No. This is also a good way to try to get the most of your vinyl as well. So you can tell I didn't cut this very straight, hey? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to draw 2 at the same time because this is a 6-inch width ruler. Add my 1/4 inch for 12¼ inches. Split it in half. And we have my other 2 top bands. Oops, top band. Hi Anna, how are you? Top band. So that you should draw out 4 top bands. Once again, 12¼ by 3 inches. Give everybody a couple minutes to do that. And then we only have 3 more things we need to cut from the vinyl. How is Ms. Anna today? Oops, chair's stuck on something. Give another 2 minutes or so. So Anna, we have Ophelia who is new with us. She comes from Australia, and Marcianne has rejoined us this month. Give it another minute. Okay, so now we need to cut our base. So we are going to cut our base 12 5/8 inch by 5 1/8 inch. So again, my ruler, I'm going to draw out 5 1/8. But my ruler isn't quite long enough, so I'm going to extend it again like I did before. So I have 5 1/8 up to these lines here. 5 and I'm going to put my little marks at the end of my 12-inch ruler, and then I'm going to add on that extra 5/8 like so. Marks on my rulers are wearing out. 5/8. 5/8. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Finish my base. And right base. Anna, can you see how good the lighting is in this room now with my 3 new lights? I don't even have my overhead desk light on right now because it's just too bright. And I believe that is all for the measured pieces we have to do for the accent vinyl or the accent woven, whichever you're doing. Oh no, I lied. Okay, so while you guys are doing that, I'm going to go ahead and start measuring for the vinyl connectors. The majority of you are doing metal connectors, but I'll be doing vinyl connectors like these ones here. So we need to cut out 4 of those. So we need 4 connectors. Again, this is only if you're doing the vinyl connectors that measure. Again, I am doing 1 inch hardware, so mine are going to measure 2 inches by 6 inches, 2 inches by 6 inches. If you're using 3/4 inch hardware, this is where you're going to do 1.5 inches by 6 inches. So I'm going to do 2 inches by 6 inches. So because I have a 12-inch ruler, what I'm doing is I'm going to do all 4 at the same time. So I have my 4-inch mark just on the top of the base. So I'm going to do 4 inches by 12 inches. Then cut that in half by 6 inches. And then cut this one in half to 2 inches. And then go ahead and do my middle dotted lines for when we go to make these connectors. So again, if you are doing 3/4 inch hardware, as per the pattern, you will do 1.5 inches by 6 inches. I'm doing 1 inch hardware, so I'm doing 2 inches by 6 inches. Yeah, we added in 3 overhead LED lights. It is just amazing in here, and it's such a much more natural, like you can actually tell what color my skin is. Before it was making it look so red, but this looked like so natural. So it's great. Okay, and that is the last of the measured accent pieces. And then we just have to do our side gusset pieces. So I'll give everybody 2 or 3 minutes to complete that. Let me know if you are done otherwise. Oh, I just got a message from Lisa, or from Lise, that the Facebook page has hit 1,000 members. Yay! Her friend Kim is our 1,000th Facebook member. So while you guys are all finishing drawing that up, I'm just going to go and make sure she was approved here. Yay, 1,000th member. Woohoo! There we go. Amazing. How's everybody making out? Everybody doing okay? I forgot to ask, who's cutting with us today? That might be good for me to know. Drinking so much water today. Holy moly. Kim is, yes. Yay. Lexi's cutting. Yay, lots of people working with me today. That's great. Okay, so let me know when you guys are ready for me to move on. I know I'm moving kind of fast. You need to stop me. This bag is actually really fast to cut out, which I like. That was what was good with the Lola as well, is it was so fast. There's not too many pieces. The hardest part of this bag is actually the top stitching because you're dealing with a lot of thickness, but that's really the only thing. We have no zippers, no top zippers. Yay! We've been doing so many zippers the last couple months. Only zipper we have is the inside lining, or the zipper pocket, yeah. Kim is ready. Give everybody another 3 or 4 minutes. I seriously just finished making this one, so it's... Yay. I love it. I think my cousin might be buying this one for her daughter. She hasn't bought it yet, but she was hinting that she wanted to. Either that or she wants me to give it to her, but I'm not doing that. Can you go over what you cut so far? You bet, Kim. Okay, so I have cut 4 top bands, which are 12 1/4 inches by 3 inches. I have cut my 2 straps, which I have cut for 1-inch hardware at 4 inches by 28 inches. If you're doing 3/4 inch hardware, you would have cut these at 3 inches by 28 inches or whatever length you want your straps to be. I have cut my base, which is 12 5/8 of an inch by 5 1/8 of an inch. And because I'm doing vinyl connectors, I have cut my 4 vinyl connectors. And because I'm using 1-inch hardware, I've cut mine 2 to 6 inches, 4 of them. If you're using 3/4 inch hardware, you would have cut these 1 1/2 inches to 6 inches. And that is what I've drawn out so far. My gosh, I'm popular on my phone today. You are very welcome, Kim. How is everybody else making out? Give it another minute. Okay, so now what we need to do is take out our pattern piece that says Daryl's Drive side gusset to exterior on fold. So this is where you'll be cutting it in either vinyl. If you're cutting it in vinyl, you can go ahead and place it on the fold and cut them out, similar to what we did, like we did with the fleece piece. I'm doing my side gussets in vinyl, like I've done with this. So I am going to draw those out like so. So use my pattern piece. I'm going to trace it. And right where the fold is, I'm just going to put little lines on each end like so to mark my fold line. Draw out my, what are those called? Darts. That's what it's called. You can tell I do not sew clothes. I can never remember the names of those kind of things from sewing terms. Okay. That's half of one, and I'm going to flip this upside down and line up that fold line with the other side and draw the other half. So that's a side gusset. And then you're going to repeat and do the exact same thing with the second one. And then that's it for our accent vinyl or our accent fabrics. You can go ahead, if you haven't already, and cut that out. Side gusset. Sometimes what I like to do on my vinyl pieces, I like to write a note, like I'm gonna write "made with love," and I'm gonna put "for the Beatles" because I'm using Beatles fabric. I like to write little notes on some of them. Nobody ever sees them, but I don't know, I'm a weirdo that way. Okay, so you can go ahead and cut out all of those pieces. Just gonna check, I got Annie messaging me. She's having problems with her account. To join us. And he's having issues with her account, so I just sent her the link so she can join us if she wants to. Oh, I just gotta let Benny out. I'll be right back. Hi, Annie. You signed the bottom of yours? Here you go, Ben. So Annie, I'm so sorry you're having that issue. Until we get it all sorted out, I will send you a link to the live classes. And then once your account is all fixed up, then you'll be able to see the replays at that point. Yay! Annie, are you doing all vinyl? All cotton, or a mixture of vinyl and cotton, or vinyl and cork, or what have you, for your Daryl's drive. And remind me if you are on a domestic or a industrial machine, because I lost my list. So this is one of the things that's for homework for those side gussets. The fleece that we had already cut out, you will be fusing these to your side gussets like so outside of the seam allowances for homework. Okay, so you'll have absolutely no problems then. Saying if you did all vinyl on a domestic, it would be tough, but you will be fine. So yeah, Annie, I have no issues. Just remind me if I forget to send you the link until things get all situated. for Thursday's class, okay? Hopefully it's fixed before then, but just shoot me a message like you did today and I will send you the invite. Okay, so again, that's the side ones cut. And for homework, we will fuse the fleece onto those. And Annie, you won't lose your membership badge. It'll, when you get it figured out, it'll be right back again. You don't lose your longevity at all when something happens, like if you cancel or if like what you had happens. So there's my 2 top bands. So for homework, for 2 of the top bands, you are going to also take your deckable heavy pieces and you are going to fuse them outside of the seam allowances on just 2 of the bands as well, like so. That's one of the reasons why we cut those early, so I could show how you're going to do that. And then the other 2 top bands, you will use nothing. If you're doing your top bands in cotton, remember all cotton pieces need to be backed with a medium woven interfacing SF101, EB Fuse Light, or a medium woven interfacing that is equivalent. I did mine in all vinyl, Annie, my demo bag here. The tutorial is up. Oh, you can't see it yet because you're not marked as a member right now. But I do have the tutorial up. So when you get your account all situated, you can definitely watch it and see. I did mine in all vinyl and I'll be doing this one in all vinyl. But if I had a domestic machine, I definitely would be doing a mixture. The pattern was written to do as a mixture of cottons and vinyls and corks. Okay, so that's all 4 of my top bands cut. And Annie, are you doing vinyl connectors or are you going to do metal connectors? I'm doing vinyl connectors. This is what the vinyl connectors look like. I did buy metal connectors, but then I decided I wanted to do these ones instead. So I will explain where you put the vinyl connectors, or I will be showing how to do the vinyl connectors and explaining where to attach the metal connectors at the end if you're doing it that way. Trying to do and show the best of all worlds. Your hands can't handle all vinyl? Yeah. So this one was a little tough to turn, but we are going to change it a little bit. The pattern calls for turning through the pocket. My hands can't handle turning through the pocket, so we're going to do my usual way of leaving an opening in the bottom and turning through the bottom to make it a little easier on us, and then closing that lining up through an opening in the zipper pocket, like we seem to do with all of them. Homework as well will be to do your handles, but those you don't have to have done until last class. Toss that over there. You're doing vinyl like pattern like me? Excellent. I think the pattern has instructions for both, which is great of the designer to do that. That's amazing. And I have changed my markings for 1-inch hardware rather than the 3/4 inch hardware, but you can do whichever you like. Just make sure you're cutting them the right size. Okay, so these are my 4 vinyl connectors here. And then my base piece. I tell you, a new rotary cutter blade sure is nice. I always put it off for so long. Okay, and the last piece of homework that I think there will be, we'll get the rest done. Well, it's going to be all interfacing. So homework, you're going to take your base stabilizer, your Peltex or your Decibel Heavy, and you will be fusing it outside of the seam allowances on your base piece as well. Okay, so I'll give everybody a few minutes to catch up, 5 minutes or so. Let me know when you're all done, and then we will move on to the exterior main pieces. While I clean up my table. And then I'll show off. This is what I'm doing it in. You guys all know how I love the Beatles. That's why I wrote my note about the Beatles on the inside of the bag, but this is going to be my exterior. This is from Fangirl Fabrics. I still have to do a mail opening of these vinyls, which I will be doing on Thursday, but as you can see, I already opened it because this vinyl was from Fangirl Fabrics as well. But when I got them and I felt them, I just knew they had to be my 2 Daryl's drives. So everybody, give me an update of whereabouts you are. We're already an hour in, which is amazing. Time just flies. So tomorrow I'll be making the Take 3 tutorial for Thursday's class. I haven't even started it yet. I haven't even cut out the pattern pieces. I'm a little bit panicky right now. I haven't even read the pattern, so hopefully it's not too complicated. I think it'll be fine. I've done enough of Toby's patterns that I think I have a good feel with her her style and how she does things, so I should be okay. You're gonna do vinyl connectors like me too, Frankie? Excellent. I think they look so nice. I said I bought the vinyl connectors for the 2 bags, and then I saw a picture of it, not vinyl, the metal connectors, and then I saw a picture with vinyl connectors. I'm like, yeah, I want to do the vinyl connectors. Now keep in mind, the vinyl connectors, you have to have double capped rivets because you see them through here. It's really done really different than average connectors, see? But we'll get to that. I just love this bag. I'm so tempted to keep it for myself. Well, it would be more the Beatles one I keep for myself. But. Oh, and Annie, I am also leaving out the turn lock. I pictured my nameplate being right where the turn lock was, and it's got a double magnetic snap, so it doesn't really need the turn lock there. Similar to the Aster bags. You know, on my Aster bags, that's also where I put my nameplate, and I didn't do the turn lock. But in the class next week, I will definitely tell you where and when and how to install those turn locks. Oh, you decided after you saw mine, Frankie? It's nice, isn't it? I think the metal connectors would look really nice too, but yeah, I really like the vinyl connectors. How's everybody making out? You think about doing the turn lock? We've gotten quite good at turn locks between the Necessary Clutch wallet and the Aster bag, so. I will be honest, I forgot to order turn locks. So, but I don't think it necessarily needs it. The bag closes nicely without it as well, so. I haven't decided with this one if I'm doing rainbow yet, because this is more pastel-y than rainbow, or if I will be doing gunmetal or matte black. I'll have to decide before next week. What do you guys think? I don't know. Kim's almost done. Diane is good. Currently I have rainbow out. I don't know. Should I go rainbow or should I go gunmetal or should I go matte black? I'm thinking the rainbow's too much. I'm thinking I have to go gunmetal or matte black. I'm actually going towards gunmetal. Love your guys' opinion. But I think this rainbow doesn't quite go with the pastel-y rainbow of my Beetles fabric here. Lexi is done. Okay. So now we are going to take our main fabric. Now if you're using a direction, well, it doesn't matter just yet. We're going to turn it over. I have to go grab my bigger ruler. One moment. Again, these are measured out pieces. So I'm going to use my big 12.5 by 12.5 inch grid ruler. And these body panels, we are going to measure 12 5/8 of an inch wide. So you want to think about if your fabric's directional. So it's going to be 12 5/8 of an inch wide this way and 9.5 inches high. Is that right? Yes, it is. So width-wise, 12 5/8 of an inch. So I have a 12.5 inch ruler here. So I'm going to have to add on 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going 12.5, and I'm going to just make little marks here and here. Oops, I'm doing that wrong. 12. Let's try this again. We want this to be 9.5 high, 9.5 high, and 12 5/8 wide. So I have 12.5 here. I'm going to make a little line here because I got to add on 1/8 of an inch. So just barely a little bit more. 1/8 of an inch. And that will give me 12 5/8, right? 12 5/8 inch by 9.5 inch. And we want to draw 2 of those. So I'm going to do another one just on the top of this one. So 9.5. And you can kind of use the other one as your guide for how wide it's going to be because you can just mark it up. So 9.5. And I'm just going to move my ruler over to line up with this line. Nice and straight. And continue on and bring it down. Ignore this line I have in here. And this is a main and a main. Here it looks like the rainbow would look nice. Can I see it closer? I will show you the handles I ordered, Annie. 1 second here. That's the rainbow. I don't know. I go back and forth. It's all tomorrow to decide. Let me grab the handle I'm going to use to show you for the melody. Or do I have them hiding out? Oh, I don't know what I did with it. Oh, I probably have it. So for the Melody next month, Annie, I just ordered these handles from Emmeline Bags. I said I haven't made one yet, so I'm hoping these work. I don't see why they wouldn't, but they're just the oval handles by Emmeline Bags. Okay, so you guys are thinking rainbow for this one? Okay, I'll do rainbow. Unless I change my mind tomorrow. All right, so you can go ahead and cut out those 2 main panels. That's all we need of the main fabric, unless you want to do your hidden phone pocket in vinyl. But I did my hidden phone pocket in all cottons, and I think it worked well and cut back on a lot of the, like, you can't even really see my hidden phone pocket here until you move this away. And I just did my hidden phone pocket in lining fabrics. So I'm going to be doing that again, but you can follow along the pattern if you decide you want to do those in vinyls. It just gets super thick. So, and I want to save my special vinyl for like wallets and stuff. So where it's not being seen, I think it's fine. Okay. And he ordered some clear ones that are similar to those. They're a little more D-ring shape. They should work out just fine. I'm sure they will. Oh, do you know what I did? I have to recut these. Look. Oh, no. I didn't take into account that. Man, redoing it. Okay, but the good news is I can just use these as a template. So yeah, before you draw on the back, make sure you look for the selvage. That's what I get for multitasking. But I'm just going to use this as my template and cut around it. And then I'll save these for wallets. Thank goodness I got a whole roll of this. Otherwise, I would be crying right about now. Frankie, I should mark my centers. That would be really smart, but I always forget. But yeah, that's definitely a best practice to do, and I just always forget. So go ahead and mark your centers if you like. I always mean to, and I never do. All right, cut them properly that time. So we're done with this roll of Beatles fabric, which I will be doing a mail opening with the other roll. Not acting surprised because I've already opened it. So that's all you need for your main panels. Unless you're doing the phone pocket, then you can use your exterior fabric. But honestly, I'm just going to use my lining fabric for those. It worked out fine for me, but you can do whatever you like. All right, so you can put those away. Everybody let me know when you're ready to move on to the lining. We're so close to being done today. I'm going to double check on my list. So we have cut from exterior our 2 body panels. Slip pocket on here, they also call to do from the exterior, but I am actually, you got to remember that the pattern was written for all cottons. That's why I think these are in the exterior fabrics, but because I am using vinyls, I am going to do the phone pocket pieces in lining and the slip pocket pieces in lining. So the only thing, and I did my side gussets as well. Okay. Again, you didn't have to do the accent fabric for, you could have used the main fabric for your side gussets as well. I just did the accent because I just think it looks amazing. But yes. All right, so let me know when you're ready to move on. We are looking at about 5:15 right now. We are making amazing time. I'll give you a sneak peek at what my lining fabric is. Oh, so these were the metal connectors I was going to use for this bag, but I didn't like how round it was up here, and they weren't quite, and I like an inch long, I guess it is an inch, I don't know. Now I have a set of these in gunmetal and a set in rainbow, but I don't think I'm going to use them for this. And this is going to be my lining fabric. Beatles and musical notes. Give everybody 5 minutes or so to catch up. Let me know when you're done. It's so quiet in here, it's almost eerie. Excited for dinner tonight. The husband is barbecuing steak for us. Yum, yum, yum. How's everybody making out? Oh, my overseas fabric order is here. We'll see if he drops it. I may have to answer the door to get it. It's my fabric order. I'm just going to leave you guys for 5 minutes to grab my fabric order. I'll be right back. Coco is going to scare the guy away. Oh, Coco, it's fine. It's fine. Thank you. All right, sorry about that. I've been waiting for this package all day, so it'll be for the mail opening as well. Yay, overseas fabrics out of Abbotsford. Frankie's almost done. How are Kim and Diane and Alexi doing? Hi, Coco. There's Miss Coco. Come here. Dawn, we did 20. I said we could do them whatever length that you prefer. I prefer 28 inches myself. So that's one thing about straps is you could do them any length that you like. My preferred length is 28 inches. Okay, Kim, let us know when you're done that piece. I tend to change the measurements of my straps to my own preference, so. So if you wanted to make them more of a handbag strap, so you just carried it on your arm, I would say to do them to about 22 inches for your straps. I prefer a 28-inch strap for a shoulder bag. 31 inches would be really long shoulder bag. These ones here, I did it 28 inches. I'll show you how they look against my body. 1 second here. Come here. Let me see here. All right, so these are done to 28 inches, and I just like where that sits on my body. See, I'm 5'2", and 28 inches is perfect. It's not right up in my elbow, but if I did them like 3 or 4 inches longer, they would be hanging down around my hip, and I don't like them that length. So these are the 28-inch. Perfect shoulder strap for me. One thing with straps is you don't have to stick to the pattern for that. You do them to however you want them to be. Yeah, it's a good length. All right, so we're just waiting for Kim to finish that last piece, and then we will move on. I just bought this fabric at Fabricland and was so happy they had music notes. Music notes and treble clefs and bass clefs and eighth notes and 16th notes, quarter notes. Love it. Okay, Kim is done. How's Lexi doing? Lexi, are we okay to move on, or are you almost done there? Time are we looking at? We still got plenty of time. You love that fabric too? Okay, so now for our main body lining panels. So they are a different measurement than our exterior, mainly because our exterior, we have a separate bottom piece. But our lining panels, we do not have a bottom piece. You're gonna see, you can probably see that seam, how it's joined in the middle here. So there is no bottom piece. We actually leave an opening in this to turn it later on. So that is why our lining pieces are different measurements than our exterior pieces. So make sure that you're following the lining measurements, not the exterior fabric measurements for the lining main pieces. Oh, I wish they had a colorful one. This was all they had. So I want to cut both of these at the same time. They're just going to be measured. So again, I'm going to do them on the fold because, is my ruler big enough? Let me see what I have to cut. You know what? My ruler is big enough. Okay. So I'm going to fold this and I'm going to cut both at the same time. I'm taking into account my selvages this time, which I didn't with the exterior. I'm taking my 12.5 by 12.5 ruler. Trying to get this all situated out. And you'll see I very rarely use, unless it's a bigger bag, waterproof canvas. I love cottons as my linings. Okay. So we want to cut this 11 okay, I'm actually going to cut this 12.5 by 12 just to get my piece done, and then I'm going to go back in just to get my two pieces and I can get my straight edge. So I'm just going to use my ruler and do my whole ruler like this to cut that square, and then I'm going to go in on these straight edges and do the rest. Okay. So I have my fold right here to cut the two pieces. I am going to put that fold at my 11-inch mark. Let me see which is width. Mine isn't directional, so it doesn't matter too much, but let me just double check. So it's 11 7/8 inch wide. So if your material is directional, make sure you're doing this. Actually, I'll do it at 11 7/8. So it's directional wide. So I'm going to do my width at 11 7/8 of an inch. And I'm just going to line that up with my ruler, and 11 inches high. So I have the 11 inches here, 11 7/8 of an inch. These are really different measurements. Normally you're like at half and whatever, but okay. And then once you have that, I'm going to cut across here and then cut this fold. And then we have our two main body lining panels. So there's our two main panels, 1, 2. Again, I like to cut at the same time to save time. Okay, so everybody let me know when those lining panels, the main lining pieces are cut, and we'll move to the next. Again, homework will also be to interface all of your cotton pieces with the woven interfacing. So homework is just interfacing. So there will be no homework class because it's just interfacing. Give everybody a couple minutes there. And we've done 2 body lining panels. And as we go through here, I'm actually going to be changing up the slip pocket and the zipper pocket because I am going to do them my usual way that you guys all know that I do all my linings and zipper pockets the same. So we are going to do that. That's what I forgot to cut out. We'll go back to it. I didn't cut my zipper overlay piece and I didn't cut my slip pocket decorative binding either. So we will go back and do that here in a moment. I will be doing it in my accent fabric. So give everybody another minute or so. Already 25 after. Crazy how fast time flies. Any questions so far? We all good? another minute or so. Coco says hi. Frankie is done. Coco. She's actually being fairly quiet today. I did take her for a little bit of a walk. It was only got to 30 here today, so we're definitely starting to get fall weather, which is nice. Still warm, but not 40 like it has been. No, Diane, you should be fine to use waterproof canvas for a lining because you actually, well, you have an industrial machine. You're fine to use whatever you want to use. You will get through it no matter what. Kim is done. Kim is doing waterproof as well. Yeah, you guys should be perfectly fine. Okay, so next we are going to cut our slip pocket. I'm going to do my slip pocket measurements a little bit different just because I'm doing the slip pocket the Brandy way, not the pattern way. So once again, I'm going to cut it on the fold, like so. So I have my fabric folded up. And what did I cut this at? I believe I cut it at, was it 11? Trying to remember what I cut mine at. Where's my cell phone? Because this has to fit my cell phone. Yes. Okay, so we're going to cut this at 11 by 12. So I'm putting on the fold, I have the 6 here and the 11 here. And that'll give us an 11 by 12 piece. And just cut it across. I think that'll be fine for putting my cell phone in. That'll be perfect. So 11 by 6. Oh, Frankie, you bought me another coffee? You're always buying me coffee. You are just the sweetest. Thank you. I'm going to have my new table in no time with the generosity of everybody. All right. So again, you can make it a little taller if you wanted to. It's all up to you. I just use my phone because I know that that's what I would be putting in this pocket. And it'll just be sticking up a little bit. I think this is a good height. Okay, so that's the slip pocket piece. We will go back and we will cut our slip pocket trim and our zipper pocket overlay when we're all done this. Okay, so again, I did my slip pocket piece 11 inches by 12 inches. All right. And then next we want to cut our zipper pockets. So I'm going to be doing my usual zipper pocket with the 7-inch opening that I usually do. So I'm going to cut my pockets. So I'm going to cut 2 of them. So I got it on the fold here again. And I'm going to cut them about 9 inches by 6.5-ish inches. It doesn't have to be exact. Actually, I'm going to go 9.5 inches. 9.5 inches by 6.5-ish inches. Zipper pockets don't have to be super accurate or straight. And then I'm just going to cut along my fold here. And that'll be my zipper pocket lining pieces. Will what show on the outside, Kim? The waterproof canvas? It will. See, my lining shows on these sides here. They peek through on the sides. These are super thick here, but that's part of the thing that keeps us tucked in here. So your waterproof canvas will indeed show. And it may show a little bit here if you're doing this, but not really. See, you don't really see it unless you're looking. Okay, so those are the zipper pocket lining pieces. And then next we want to cut our phone pocket pieces, which we will follow the pattern. We want to cut them 7 inches wide by 8 1/4 inches high. You're using waterproof canvas too? Okay. Oh, the pocket for the cell phone. Again, this is my pocket for the cell phone. So you can see when you open it up, you can see it, but otherwise you can't. But you can definitely use your exterior fabric as well. See, I just use my lining fabric. So it hides pretty good. WPM, hey? Okay, so cell phone pocket, we are going to do 7 inches wide. So if you're using directional fabric, make sure the width is 7 inches going the correct way by 8 1/4 inches high. So I'm gonna have to move this up a little bit. Again, I always cut both of my pieces at the same time. Seven inches. Oh man, I need a bigger table. Oh my goodness, cocoa beans. Seven, what did I say? 7 by 8 1/4. So I'm going to go 7 1/2 by 8 1/2 just to get this off of this bolt of fabric here, or this, and then I will trim it up. Let go. Okay. Take those 2 straight edges. And do 7 inches by 8 1/4 inches, right? No matter how many times I say this, I am not going to remember my number. 7 inches by 8 1/4 inches. Perfect. And that'll be my cell phone pocket lining pieces. I couldn't picture it at first either, Kim, when I had to make it to see it. So, but it is super cool how it comes together. Really different construction that way. Okay, so those are all of our measured lining pieces we need. So give everybody a couple minutes to finish up. Oh, Frankie, I wish I could just hug you. Thank you so much for the coffees. There's more than one coffee there. Thank you. Okay, how are we doing for time? Hey, Ben. That's my baby. Hi. The phone pocket measurements are 7 inches wide by 8 1/4 inches high, and you need 2 of them. I have so many sexes, Frankie. Oh my gosh, auto correct cracks me up. I know you mean sewists. That just made my day. Hilarious. Thank you, Frankie. I so appreciate you. That was funny. Make me giggle. Hilarious. Totally made my day too. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so Kim, Frankie, Diane, and Lexi, let me know when you're all done there. Sorry if I've missed anybody else that's cutting with us. Those are the 4 that I'm remembering. I hope she doesn't help sexists. Frankie's done. Your husband's laughing. That's hilarious. The zipper pocket, we're not doing the zipper pocket facing because we're going to do the zipper pocket the way I do it with the overlay. And I cut my zipper pockets, lining pieces, different than the pattern. I cut them 9.5 inches by 6.5 inches. Diane is good. Frankie is done. So don't cut the zipper pocket facing as per the pattern, Kim. We're not doing that one. Unless you want to. You're more than welcome to follow the pattern, but we're going to go back and grab our accent fabric and cut out our zipper pocket overlays and our overlays that we are going to do on the slip pocket like we do in all the other bags. It's just how I finish all my bag, or I like all my linings to be the same, so I always keep them consistent. Okay. So now all we have left to do for lining, I'll just double check, yeah, is our side gusset lining pieces. So this again is a different size than our exterior gusset pieces, so make sure you're using the one that says lining. And similar to what we did with the, whatchamacallit, the, oh my gosh, I'm losing my words, the fleece, I'm going to cut them at the same time. So I'm going to take my fabric and create a fold like so. Again, if you are using directional fabric, you will want to cut them each separately, because if you do the way I'm going to do it right now, it's going to make them go in opposite directions. So, okay, Kim, no problem. Do you have them all now? Are you okay? So if you have directional fabric, you want to make sure that, see the arrow here is pointing up. You want to make sure it is facing the right way and cut them separate. Mine is not directional, so I'm going to cut them at the same time. So I have it folded up. I'm going to fold it in half again to create that 1, 2 double fold. So that means I'll be cutting 2 pieces. And I'm going to put my fold line along here. And I am going to cut the both out at the exact same time. Again, you don't have to cut with a rotary cutter like I do. I like cutting with rotary cutters. I find it super fast. Coco is just losing her poop. Holy cow. The only thing I don't cut with the rotary cutter is into the darts. I go in with those with my scissors, just because I don't want to cut too far into the fabric. And then we have our 2. That's 1. And that is 2. Double checking, and that looks like all of our lining fabric. I don't know, she's barking at the neighbor now. So again, you're going, most of you I think are using waterproof canvas. If you're using cotton like me, homework will be to back these with woven interfacing, as well as homework is also to put on your fusible fleece on your side gussets and your Decavol Heavy onto your bottom piece and 2 of your top panels. Okay, so now pull out whatever vinyl. You need to use vinyl for the overlays, of course, that you want for your interior. So I'm going to just go and grab my, I got scraps of vinyl here, and I'm going to grab my zipper pocket thingies. Okay, so I always have a bucket of scrap vinyl, especially of the black, because I do buy this by the bolt, and I have a ton of scraps. And where's my ruler? Here it is. So we are going to cut our, oh my gosh, I wish she'd quit barking. Sorry, guys. We want to cut our slip pocket piece. So what we're cutting now, again, this is going not on the pattern. This is a Brandy thing. We are doing the overlay for the new people that I have for these slip pockets. So for the new people, I always do my zipper pockets like this and my slip pockets like this. More than welcome to do them as per the pattern as well. So for my slip pocket overlay piece, I am going to do 10 inches by 1.5 inches. I'm just going to use my ruler and cut it out. Wait, how long did I make that slip pocket piece? We're going to go 12 inches by 1.5 inches, sorry. And then we can trim off the excess. So again, homework for when we do the lining will be to edge paint these if you want to edge paint the raw edges. So that is our slip pocket lining piece, or not lining piece, overlay piece. And then I use this wonderful template from So Yours. This is my favorite. This is the shape I use for all of my zipper overlays. For the new people, there are tons of patterns that have the overlays. There are some free ones at So Sweetness that you could download that are paper ones. My favorite ones are the ones that have the 7-inch opening here, and then it's 1 inch all the way around. So you could definitely make your own if you wanted to. So again, my opening here is about 1/2 inch opening because I use a number 5 zipper. My zipper opening is 7 inches, and all around here is about 1 inch, and then it just has like the cutouts. So it's really, really easy to make your own. I am going to go ahead and just use the template to cut it. I'm also going to be using these. You don't have to have these to do this. I just have lots of goodies. I'm also going to be using the zipper placement guide from So Clever to easily cut into my overlay here. So as I'm holding this in place, I'm going to line it up nicely there, and I'm going to mark just either end of my zipper so I can line that up with that later. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead, make sure it's nice and straight. Again, you can draw out your own shape or what have you for your overlay. This one's just my favorite. It's so fast to cut with the template. Ooh, that feels awkward. Okay, and usually I would draw it out and then go ahead and cut it, but then I have this handy dandy tool that has the little cutouts in it, so my rotary blade goes right in there, so I don't have to go back in with my scissors or anything. So I'm going to line up that 7-inch with my 7-inch square here, nice and centered. And then go in with my rotary cutter. Again, little things that you don't necessarily need, but they are sure nice to have, especially when you make like 5 or 6 bags a week like I do. Sometimes more. I think this week might be more. And then you'll see it'll just pop out. Like, how perfect is that? So yeah, homework will be, if you want to, again, completely optional, you can go ahead and you can edge coat the raw edges of your overlays as well. Any questions about that at all? That is it. We are done our cutting. With 15 minutes spare. Are there any questions? Anything you want to show me on the demonstration bag? Or you want me to show you, I mean? I think Dave's home. Where'd my mouse go? There it is. Any questions at all? No, he's not home. I have no idea what my dog is barking at. And once again, I did post the tutorial this afternoon that I made making this bag, so you always have that for quick reference. I believe the tutorial is 33 minutes or so. It's not super long. But if you want a sneak peek of how we will be putting it together, I just love this bag. This is my favorite part, like seriously. I have a giant iPhone, like the large size one. And look at that. You can't even tell it's there. It's amazing. And you can't really see it at all. A little bit right there, but not really. For the slip pocket, I did 12 inches by 1.5 inches, Marcianne. Absolutely, you can use cork anywhere that you use vinyl, Kim. Cork is perfectly fine. And I edge paint cork all the time. I treat cork exactly the way I treat leather and vinyl. It's just like a vegan leather. You're welcome. Any other questions? It's pretty easy to cut this one out, hey? It's just mostly measured pieces. A lot of the time when it's measured pieces with the ruler, it's so fast to cut out. The patterns that have like square pieces that give you the pattern pieces, I never use them. I just use my ruler to cut them out. I just find it's a lot faster to use your ruler almost like an acrylic template and just zoom around with the rotary cutter super fast. So once again, all the homework is going to be interfacing for lining class, which isn't next class, but the one after. You will want to, if you want to edge paint your overlay pieces, go ahead and do that. And for the very last class is when your straps need to be done by. Awesome, Kim. That would be really pretty. Also, homework is also going to be to go into the Daryl's Drive subgroup on the Facebook page if you're on there and share your fabric choices. I want to see them. So that's going to be homework as well. If you would like, well, I guess I can't make you do it, but I would love to see your choices. And then I can envision in my head what you're doing. It's just really nice. Any other questions, comments, concerns, anything you want me to show you on this bag? Any measurements that I can repeat? I think everybody's got it. Pretty easy one to cut. Nice and fast like Lola. Love it. I'm excited we're not doing a top zipper this time. We're not doing a top zipper on either of the bags. Woohoo! We're all pros at them now though, I think. All right. Well, I think I'm going to call it. Again, homework is just going to be can you show me Paul? No, Paul McCartney is my favorite Beatle. You can see my metal. I got Beatles stuff all over this room. Like, it's not even funny, but you can see my metal Yellow Submarine cartoons beetles thing over there, but yeah, I do have beetles everywhere. The lining of my high wraith bag that I'm carrying is beetles fabric. That's how much I love the beetles. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you for joining us. All right, so that is everything. So if you guys have any questions, you know you can message me on Facebook anytime. You have my email if you need it. It's down below. I'm always here for you. Tomorrow I am spending the day attempting to get the whole Take 3 tutorial done because I need to have that done by class on Thursday night. So that is my day tomorrow. Hopefully I don't have any issues with it because I kind of left it to last minute. But yeah, if you have any questions about what we cut today, make sure you message me. Make sure you check out that tutorial that I've posted, making my friends-inspired Daryl's drive, and post your fabric choices in the group. Yay! Anyways, I hope you all have a great night. Thank you for coming out and cutting with me. I just appreciate each and every one of you every single day. And yeah, you're all my friends. I love you all. I'll see you guys Thursday. Bye. I just gotta remember how to turn this off. I do this every time.